Hi, guys. Happy Tuesday. Um, just as a quick review, um, today I told you we were going to reread those short stories that we read in class yesterday and prepare for a discussion on Wednesday. And then Thursday is First Chapter Friday, which is already loaded for you, a graphic novel called Dragon Hoops. And remember, no school on Friday. So today you are going to do two things. Number one, you are going to reread the story that you chose yesterday, and then you're going to work on some slides that go along with it. If you were not in class yesterday, you have been assigned to a story, or if you were in class but for some strange reason did not do the Jamboard yesterday, which I don't understand because we did it together, but if you did not put anything on the Jamboard, then you have also been assigned to a story, and I will show you how that's going to work. So, for those of you that were not in class yesterday, this is how you access the stories. You go to the online textbook, which was the Wadsworth City Schools homepage, click on Student Resources, click on Ed, which will take you to your dashboard for Ed. Click on the Discover tab, click on Unit 6 Change Agents, which will pull up change agents. Then you're going to go to the table of contents. And underneath change agents, if you go down, 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 you're going to see this spot right here that says independent reading. If you make it a little bit larger, it looks like this. These were the four options from yesterday. So again, those of you that were in class got to choose which story you wanted to do. Those of you that were not in class or did not complete the Jamboard are going to be assigned to one of these four. So if you have the John Bergman story, this is yours. If you have the John Lewis story, Walking in the Wind, this is yours. If you have the Doris story, this is yours. And Seeing is Believing, this is yours. So, step one, before you do anything else, is to reread that story for today. Okay. Then, after you reread the story, you are going to find slides that look like this. Now, this took a lot of time, but I have these all divided up correctly. So, for example, this is my 7A class, the 9 o'clock class. I have your names assigned to a story. So, Dylan and Ty, you guys chose this story yesterday. JT and Josh, I have assigned you to this one. So, each one of you is only going to receive the slides that match the story that you chose or that the story that was assigned to you. And you will see that your names are written right here in these columns. So, you're going to answer the first slide. Now remember, if you have a different book, you're going to have different slides, but it's all kind of the same thing. So I can show you how to do it on one, and then you should all be able to do it on your own. Okay, so there's going to be a question up here in the box, and then you are just going to type your response in your own box right here. So Dylan's going to type here, Ty's going to type here, JT's going to type here, Josh is going to type here. Then you're going to go to the next slide where there's going to be another question. And again, Dylan's going to type here, Ty, JT, and Josh. And then there's one last slide. So everybody has 3 slides to complete. So there's going to be another question, and which I think for all of you is the same. What inspires you to make a difference? And we're looking at how this text, this story connects with that. So I should say that differently. This is what we're going to focus on up here. I don't want to get you confused. You're not going to actually write about what inspires you to make a difference. We're looking at what inspires people to make a difference. You doesn't necessarily mean like you, Dylan. It means you in the universal sense. So we're going to look at how does this text, the story that you read, connect to the idea of people making a difference. So you can talk about how your person made a difference in this part right here, because I think everybody has this same question for their last slide, if I'm remembering that correctly. So as you can see with all my tabs open up here, I have this assigned to every single group. So everybody should find their name written on one of these slideshows. and you will only have one set of them assigned to you in Google Classroom, so you won't see everybody else's. I didn't want to make it too confusing. Okay. So that is it. You are going to reread the story. I need you to read it again. It doesn't take long, it's like 5 minutes. Reread the story so it's fresh in your mind. And then I want you to complete all 3 slides. Now, listen, here's the thing. I want to see your thinking on these. And when I say that, that means that if you just put a 1 or 2 word answer, that doesn't tell me anything. That doesn't show me that you're understanding what you're reading. So I really want to push you to write more. Now, some of you already write a lot. And if that's the case, then you do you, right? You just keep doing what you normally do. But if you're somebody that often just puts down 1 or 2 words, that's not going to work very well for this because it's not going to lead us to the discussion on Wednesday. So I want to see sentences and I'd like to see multiple ones so that you're actually explaining what you're thinking rather than just trying to get this done as quickly as possible. That's not how we learn. Okay. And that's not going to help your group when we come back together tomorrow for our discussion. So reread the story, be thoughtful, and fill out your 3 slides. And then you're just going to turn those slides in for today. And that's your assignment. Okay. All right. If there's anybody in your group that you happen to be friends with, you can reach out to them and you guys could work on it together. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you fill out your own box. Okay. So feel free to do that if that helps. Otherwise, work on this today so that you are prepared to discuss tomorrow. All right, guys, have a good day. Come see me in office hours if you need me.